I've been struggling to unbig my back for 30 days and 30 nights, so let a bitch struggle in peace. Decorative Trinidadian fish. Aurora Jack! Come back now, you hear? Hey y'all, welcome back to Leia's Math. Y'all know last episode I told y'all niggas can't never be on time for shit, including but not limited to their own funeral. Why every time we get a job, y'all, we can't wait till our first day off like a vacation or something? I didn't film 5 episodes. Why was episode 6 missing? How I took a vacation, houseway. You just got this job. Y'all, I went to the Monica and Brandy concert on Thursday. I told myself when I got back that I was gonna film an episode, and I attempted to. Like, I even got the clothes I wore in here to the concert because I was like, girl, you gonna come back down here tomorrow, just throw them clothes back on and record this episode. I ain't do that. That was Thursday. Today, Monday. Y'all was supposed to get an episode on Friday and today. I took a vacation. But we back. We gonna get into this episode. I be trying not to talk with my hands, but I talk with my hands. Oh, thank you. Let's talk about some new stuff before we get into this episode, y'all. I completely changed around my podcast space. So I wanted to incorporate some things about me. I'm a plant girly. I have a green thumb. I'm just going to incorporate a different plant every episode. And I even got a mic stand or whatever this is. I've been had this, but I didn't know how to hook it up to the mic. But I figured that out too. Eventually, I'll probably give y'all a little tour of this space. It's funny because y'all, plants listen and they hear and they know what the fuck is going on. I was about to get to this episode without introducing her. And she was like, nah, bitch. No, you're going to have to introduce me first. So yeah, this is my alocasia poly. I did at one point name all my plants, but once you get to a certain amount, you can't name them. I think she originally had a name. I don't remember. I don't even know if you had a name, but anywho, y'all, I do talk to my plants too, but that's not what this episode is about. What prompted me to have this conversation is I'm in a space now where I am preparing my daughter for the world. And it's like you are always raising your kids. You're always teaching them things. But once they get to like that junior, senior time frame in life, you are trying to truly implement things that they can take on once they leave the nest. That's the stage that I'm in right now. My daughter is 17. She's a junior. Her birthday's late. She's in a space where she's asking me questions about things. I remember when she was me and I was having these conversations with my mom. It's like we're entering a space where we are mother and daughter, but we are mentor-mentee era. And even though she's still my baby, she's about to be a grown woman. And she's developing into such a intelligent person. Speaking of the devil, why does she wait right now to wash dishes while I'm trying to film? Nala. You really waited till I was filming my podcast episode to start washing dishes?
You were talking to me. Am I making a lot of noise?
The smallest little noise is going to pick up on this mic, girl.
So what do I do?
I'll wash the dishes tonight.
Okay.
Thank you. They don't want you to be great. Your kids don't want you to be great. But anywho, I don't think she ever really wanted to do college. And I'm the type of parent that if you don't want to do college, don't go trying to make it work and waste my money. And now she's in the point where she's kind of dating and all in love. She's trying to figure out how she can make that work, but also follow her path in life. I want to give y'all a quick story time. And I never do shit quick, but this is going to be quick. Since we're in the stage of me trying to teach her what school don't teach you, which is financial literacy, I want to get her in a world where she's not making financial mistakes like we all have done. And I never learned anything about financial literacy because I was born in the 80s, raised in the 90s, in Chicago, when we all were struggling trying to figure it out. And that's what it was. So my mom couldn't teach me something she didn't know. Me growing up in the struggle is what made me who I am today. I didn't want my kids to struggle. And me having that conversation with her, I realized that not many people have financial literacy. They didn't teach us that. And I can go down a full-blown rabbit hole about why they kept that out of schools. But I already been battling with white people for my last video. And I'm not trying to battle with them delusional, non-melanated people in this video. I want to say this though. I put this up on my TikTok and my Instagram. Slavery and systematic racism have done a number on my people. But what needs to be studied is what the fuck it did to low middle class white people. That 1% tricked their asses so well that they truly believe that they are better than us because of their skin. Anywho, I'm not going to go on a rant. So y'all, there's a quote by Lyndon B. Johnson. He was the 36th president of the United States. He said, if you can convince the lowest white man to believe he's better than the best colored man, he won't notice you're picking his pocket. Hell, give him something to look down to and he'll empty his pockets for you. If that wasn't the truth that still stands today, white people probably never even heard the quote. What am I talking about? Anywho, y'all, I went to college. I didn't finish college. We not getting into that, y'all, because I could go down a full-blown rant about college too. But anywho, my financial literacy came from trial and error. I knew about saving. I had no idea about making your money work for you. I knew none of that. Now that I do know that, and I have a daughter that's going out into the world, she's gonna know it. I want to have this conversation about financial literacy for the people that don't have it either. Now, y'all, I'm no accountant. It's funny because I was going to go to school to be an accountant, and then I was going to take that degree to go to law school and become a lawyer. I always wanted to be an accountant because I was always good with money, and I was great at math. Funny that this podcast is named Leia's Math. I figured if I didn't finish law school, I could always be an accountant. So that's why I wanted to get my bachelor's in accounting. Didn't go to school for it. Fuck it, we going down this rabbit hole. Listen, something I don't agree about with college is it's a money grab. Everything in this country is a money grab. And that's what I don't like about it. That's why I never went back to school for it. What I didn't agree with is that if I can get a degree in anything and take that degree to law school, what you're telling me is everything I need to know to become a lawyer is going to be taught in law school. Why the fuck do I need a bachelor's? Why do I need to go to school for 4 years? White people, you're not going to do that. Fuck white people. Y'all, it's fucking white people. They say this is the land of the free. This ain't the land of the motherfucking free. This is the land of the 1%. And once my people and white people, lower middle class white people, hell, anybody that's not in that 1%, once they figure that out, y'all, we would be a better place. But I'm not going, that's it. We're not doing it. But back to the lecture at hand. Perfection is perfected, so I'm gonna let them understand from a young G's perspective. And before me dig out a bitch, I gotta find a contraceptive. You never know, she may be earning her man and learning a man, and at the same time burning a man. I don't know if all black people do this. If I say something that I know from a song, I'm gonna go into the lyrics. That's a Snoop Dogg song. Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Stop, Talia. Anywho, y'all. Distracted. I didn't realize that your money can make money. Had I known that when I was 16, this episode is not just going to be about financial literacy. It's going to be about letting go of the care for money. I'm going to tell y'all some information about me that not a lot of people know. When God told me to let go of the care for money, y'all, I was homeless. I wasn't homeless. We not gonna say that. I wasn't homeless, but I was sleeping in my car. I was working 3 hours away from where I lived. And where I was working at, the apartments was way more expensive than my apartment where I lived 3 hours away. I couldn't drive back and forth for 3 hours. That wouldn't have been a great idea. So what I decided to do was just thug it out. And y'all, I slept in my car until I tried to figure out a plan. I don't want to say it was my lowest point, but I think it was my transitional point. At my old job, you were able to do buddy bidding. You'll work 2 doubles and then a single, and then you'll be off for 4 days. I'll give y'all an example. On a Wednesday, I'll do an 8-hour shift. So when I got off work, I will go to the gym and I'll take a shower, change clothes, and then I'll get in my car and drive it back to the parking lot. Waking up in the morning, getting on the shuttle bus. I did that for 3 days. I want to say I did that for about 4 months before this girl ended up getting hired and she let me stay at her place. And at that time when I was sleeping in my car, it was freezing outside sometimes. I had like 4 blankets. The guy I was dating at the time gave me a heated blanket. And I always had me like a travel size bag to go into work so I can brush my teeth, do all the other things. At that time, I was very religious. This is what happened. And this may sound crazy to y'all, but in those 4 months of me sleeping in my car, God was in that front seat the whole time. The whole entire time. And I know it sounds crazy, but I'm telling y'all what it was. And I remember in me having those conversations in that car with God, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. This can't be life. God told me to let it go. And y'all, I did. That's literally how it went. Ever since then, I never even thought about money. Whether I made it, whether I didn't make it, whether I lost it, whether I gained it, I did not care. And once I stopped caring about money, money started flowing in. Money will come to you when you stop going after it. And I'm not telling y'all to quit y'all jobs or anything like that. What I'm saying is, you can always put something to the side. For the people that even live check to check, y'all don't realize how much money y'all are spending on frivolous things. If you are living check to check, only thing you need to be paying for is necessities. Let all that other shit go. You will eventually get it back. But what I'm telling you for this moment, let it go. If you don't need it, don't have it. Because it's eating up you being able to have equity. And I'm not talking about equity in the house. I'm talking about equity to your name. When I was at the point where I was like learning financial literacy, when you are trying to build money up for yourself, let go of things that you don't need. I also mean eating out. Go grocery shopping. I retired at the age of 35. I was 35 or 36, one of those. When white people came up with the idea that you're going to work your whole life, fuck white people. Fuck white people. Talia ain't working for not a nan nobody. I don't even want to work for myself for that long. You can make $15 an hour and learn how to live off that $15 an hour. You just have to have financial literacy. And this is what I started to do. When you get money, figure out all of your bills, everything you pay for. Write all of it down. How much is your rent? Whatever it is, something that's not the same every month. Light bills fluctuate. Take your highest light bill and add $30 to it. After you get done writing out all of your bills, everything that's coming out of your check, everything that you have to pay, and once you get done with that, that's going to be your deductions, because that shit got to come out your check. Make sure that you calculate your checks. Don't calculate your highest check. Calculate your lowest check. Write down how much you make after 80 hours and the white man get his money. Then you put that down. Whatever your lowest check, times that by 2. all of your deductions, subtract that from your monthly payments. We have to calculate all the miscellaneous items. And miscellaneous items is things that fluctuates that you really don't know how much you spend, which is like groceries, like how many times you probably get gas. Calculate all that stuff to the best of your knowledge. When I tell y'all to scale back, that also means scale back on what you buying at the grocery store. You're not a crab leg, lobster, seafood boil girly. Don't buy juices. Let that shit go. You can't afford juice and pop no more. Pop is soda. In Chicago, we say pop. Let go of that. And I know what I'm saying is like, damn, can I be happy? I get it. This is just to get y'all out of that check mindset. This is what I want y'all to do. Everything that you are paying for is going to go on your credit card. And then at the end of that statement, you're going to pay it all off. Not a percentage of it. We're paying it all off. Whatever you can't pay for on that credit card, don't. But everything else, like grocery shopping, all that other stuff, put it on a card. And then pay it off at the end of that statement. And then after y'all do that, let's say y'all have $150 left over. I need y'all to open up different accounts. At least get 3. Don't put your eggs all in one basket. We're trying to build multiple baskets. If y'all have $150 to play with, we're going to take $75 of that money, keep it for incidentals. And the other $75 we're going to put to the side. That's where you build in the savings. Now, this is going to be a slow process in the beginning. Teach this to your kids. If you have $1,000 after all of that, you'll do half. $500 to your incidentals, $500 that you're going to put aside. You're going to break that $75 into 3. One of them is going to be a savings account. Other $25, open up a CD. And the other $25, you're going to open up a high yield savings account. So now you got 3 different places where your money is being accumulated. Every month, you're going to add $25 into all 3. That's what I call paying yourself. The savings account is going to be used for incidentals when the other incidental money ran out. But the other incidental money can't be running out because you want to go shopping. You don't borrow from yourself without paying yourself back. Make sure you remember that. You may not have it to pay yourself back at that moment. Learn how to invest. Something else I want to say, don't be stingy. Y'all, learn to give, even if it's a little bit. If you are tight-fisted with your money is not going out, but it damn sure ain't going in either. Let the money flow out, because money is definitely going to be flowing in. Don't center money around your life. You're going to get it. Money comes and it goes, y'all. Trust me. I've had my highs, I've had my lows. Now I'm at the point where my highs is just high. I don't have lows anymore. And I don't want to say I can't go through a low anymore. But what I will say is that I won't be in a low long. Once you learn to do something, it's so easy to do it again. Oh, something else. Put y'all kids on, if you got good credit at least. Put y'all kids on your credit cards and stuff like that, just in case y'all didn't know. So that way when they do graduate, they're starting out with great credit. Now, if y'all got fucked up credit, let them be. But yeah, I don't want this episode to be too long. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. I'm sorry I'm late, but y'all know niggas be niggaing. I'll probably be late again, but I'm going to try to do better. That's what I'll tell y'all. Okay, y'all, that was it. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. I'll see you guys in my next episode. Peace out. Titties out. And I've been struggling to unbig my back for 30 days and 30 nights, so let a bitch struggle in peace. Decorative Trinidadian fish. A railroad track. Come back now, you hear?